Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Dawn Lovely, your source for all celebrity entertainment news from my point of view. And we are discussing Seeking Brother Husband, the new show on TLC, the Learning Channel. You know what? I think TLC just puts up these shows for shock value at this point. Do you guys remember when, back in the day, when TLC actually used to put up programming that was geared towards learning? Like the birth story. You guys remember that show where it showed the woman's journey of having kids, the birth story, and several other educational shows? Well, you guys, now TLC is putting out content like Seeking Brother Husband. So this show is going to be a lot to unpack. And I did watch episode one, but I was still trying to wrap my mind around, like, is this a spoof? Is this for real? Like, okay. Anyways, guys, let's just jump right into it because I watched last night's episode and it was just as crazy as the first. So we have met Kenya, Carl, her first husband, and Tiger, whom she's calling her second husband. And Kenya has decided that she wants to find a home big enough for her two husbands and a potential third boyfriend. So we see Kenya and the husbands out with their realtor looking for a home. Meanwhile, the second husband, Tiger, has this grand idea of wanting to, excuse me, propose, or he wants a wedding. He wants to have a full-on wedding with Kenya, obviously. And he's not understanding why she's not on board because, he feels like this is going to solidify his place with Kenya once she brings in this new guy. Mind you, she already has the first husband, Carl, who she's been married to for like 27 years or something like that. Is this making any sense to you guys? I mean, honestly, come on. This is just too much at this point. So the first husband is okay with Kenya bringing, first of all, having another man in the house. Let's not even talk about the fact that Carl has a separate room from Kenya and Tiger. Kenya and Tiger has their own bedroom, okay? And now Kenya wants to find a house big enough for her third man because she is full of life and adventure, and she feels like it's okay for her to be shared with several different men. Take that however you want to take that, honey. Lord, what kind of men? What kind of man? Well, that's what they're doing. They're looking for a home. Kenya says that weddings are for families. She said her family don't want nothing to do with it, and neither does Tiger. So she's not sure why he wants this big, elaborate wedding. Tiger says he feels that Kenya is being selfish because this is something that he really wants. And he feels that the bond between those two, the bond, would be even stronger. Then he goes on to say, as the second husband, he's not even sure how to feel about Kenya bringing in a third child. Okay. So we see that whole thing. They go to look at houses, and the realtor, she's shocked, like the rest of us, like, what? Say what now? She's shocked and confused. But she goes on to show the houses and the bedrooms. By the time they get to Tiger's supposedly bedroom, it's more so like a kid's room, and so he's feeling a bit slighted and feeling like, you know what, I'm a big man, I need a big room. But sir, you're okay with your woman going from bedroom to bedroom to bedroom. Y'all, I'm trying not to judge, but we're gonna get through this because maybe there's something that we all need to learn from this show on TLC, the Learning Channel, okay? Wow. Moving on to Eliza and Mike. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys that Mike looks very apprehensive about this whole thing. he borderline looks like confused, scared, unsure. Most of the time, a deer caught in the headlights. It's almost like he wants to tell her, "Can we just abort the mission? I don't feel comfortable." Mike, what are you doing? What are you doing? Where are your balls, man? Okay, let me tell y'all right now. Mike has a personality where he is very okay, very to the T, very disciplined. He doesn't like a whole lot of excitement. That type of person. Eliza is outgoing. She likes to meet new people, learn new things. She's very artsy, and Mike is not like that. Not like that. She even said that she's looking for somebody that is the polar opposite of her husband. Listen, Eliza goes on a date with the young guy. I don't remember his name. Y'all know the guy with the man ponytail. He has a ponytail and a bun. Okay. He is basically asking her, so what's up? I mean, do you, are we going to be having sex? Have you done, orgies, and have you been involved with other people? So he's basically, that's where his mind is at. And Eliza's whole thing is, or is it Alyssa? Anyway, she's basically like, I'm looking for somebody who, yeah, we can do that. We can go there, but I also want somebody who I can build a relationship with, somebody who I can have a bond with. And I'm thinking, girl, isn't that why you have a husband? Like, what? What is really happening? In the first episode, she had the nerve to drag her mama and daddy into the situation and want to ask them, how can I get my husband's mom to like me? Let me tell you something. If either one of my sons brought her home and I found out that she wants to have other men in the situation, sweetheart, I will never like you. I will never respect you. And there will be no place for you in my family. So I can understand why Mike's mother is not feeling you, honey. Her mama and daddy, they're apprehensive about it as well, but they told her, hey, maybe we could have her over, have some food, make her feel comfortable. No, food and wine is not going to make Mike's mom feel comfortable. What's going to make his mother feel comfortable is leaving Eliza or Alyssa, leaving her and finding a woman that's okay with him being the way he is and not somebody who needs another man in the situation. And she's serious about it. So when she goes back home to report to her husband about the date, she's like, yeah, he was talking about a one night stand. And, I don't know, but I mean, maybe. He was like, hold up, maybe. So we're now considering one night stands. I thought the point of this was for us to find somebody who you can be in a relationship with that still respects me, but does all the fun stuff you like to do, because I don't really like fun stuff. I like, doing my work, reading a book, meditating, working out, being healthy, being disciplined. I don't really do fun. So if you like artsy fartsy and you want to be fun, then, hey, I'm okay with you finding, that kind of man. But I didn't know we were doing one night stands. And she's like, well, I don't know, maybe. Oh my God. Girl, you should have just stayed single at this point. I mean, y'all don't have any kids. This is not looking good. Like, why is Mike in the equation? It is obvious that he is not the man for you, Eliza. So why are we doing this, boo? Why? Why? For all of them, honestly, why are we doing this? This is so bad. She is still on her quest, honey. They got her set up on one of those dating apps. I think it's Tinder, and you really got to think about the man. Like, what is the man thinking? Like, I know the cameras are there, Mike, and you're saying you're going along with this, but deep in your spirit, are you okay? I have to ask the same question. Are you okay with another man taking your woman out, sleeping with your woman, knowing that she gets all her laughs and giggles from somebody else because she obviously does not, see those qualities in you. You're okay with this, and you're going to help her find a man on Tinder together. Very odd. A very odd bunch. Moving right along. Oh boy. You guys, can we talk about Shara, Patrick, and Noble? Where do we begin? Excuse me. Okay, so Shara and Patrick were married for quite some time, and she tells us that because I believe this is the first episode that we're actually being introduced to them. Thank you, TLC, for giving us these couples in doses because you guys know this is crazy. Shara tells us that she had been married to her man for quite some time. They met, fell in love. A 13-year marriage, actually. And that they have this emotional bond because for the past 10 years, they actually have not been intimate. No sex for 10 years. She does tell us that she had a bad car accident and had to basically learn how to walk and talk and all of those things, and he was by her side. However, the marriage developed into, I guess, more of an emotional support marriage versus a marriage with intimacy. So, about 2 years ago, she started dating Noble. Noble moved in, and yeah. Patrick has told us that he's heard his wife and Noble being intimate many times in the basement. Honestly, Patrick seems like he's relieved to have the task of having sex off of him. Like he doesn't want to be bothered with no sex. So if Noble want to, do that with his wife, it's almost like he even said it. He was like, I get to do my work, have my space and my peace, and she gets to get, her needs met. I'm going to need to understand why you, Patrick, cannot fulfill those needs. Listen, I'm just saying because it sounds like a Beard situation. Like, do you literally have no interest in that part of a marriage? He seemed all too ready to just give it up to the next man. I'm good. Satisfy her. Take care of her. I got work to do over here in the room. Y'all have a good night. What? I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound like, bewildered about every couple, but it's very odd. And I understand that, I guess this does exist. And y'all are very brave to put it on television. And let's just keep it real. Y'all Black, like this is not something we really see in our community. So for all my white viewers and other ethnicities, I appreciate you. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell because we're going to get into some things. But I just want y'all to know that this is very unfamiliar in our community. So yes, that's why I'm very surprised. But Patrick was like, hey, Noble's there and I hear them, the oohs and ahs and the la la la's, in the basement. So she sounds like she's having a good time. Well, apparently they kicked Noble out. So Noble left the home. They didn't get too deep into it, but something happened. It got weird during the pandemic or whatever, and they were all in the house, and I guess it, got strange. Which, does it take a pandemic for this whole thing to get strange? Like, it was already strange, right? Okay, whatever. Noble moves out, but now he wants to move back in. So he's meeting with Shara to kind of, let her know, hey, I'd love to move back in with you guys. I miss the relationship. I miss you. And she basically went on to tell him, like, listen, you're not really a relationship type of person. Yeah, the sex was good, but you're not really giving me all that I need. It's just not about that, Patrick said that Noble wasn't cleaning up and he definitely wasn't cutting the grass. So I think between him not being a relationship person and him not taking care of the house or cutting the grass or doing the chores, that they were just over him. Now, Shar explains to us that, she wants to have a baby. And y'all, Patrick made it a point to say that's a task that he does not want. He don't want nothing to do with her getting pregnant and having no baby. Like, he don't want to be involved. He wants her to have the baby, but he don't want to be involved in the baby making process. So you guys let me know what is really going on here. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Hello? Okay. We're going to revisit that because their situation is going to get very interesting as the season goes on. So, this group of folks for me is the most interesting of all because I have questions. Kim, Dustin, Vincent, can I get you guys on the show? Because I have questions. Questions that only Vincent could truly answer. I think he would be the most honest. First of all, Kim got married way too young. So she is still wanting to explore her sexuality, I believe. Her husband, Dustin, it's odd because it's almost like he wants this what did they call it? A bromance with Vincent. Like, he wants that to be his homeboy. Like, he wants it to be his friend. But he also doesn't mind him sleeping with his wife. Like, the other guys, they're doing it for their wife. Like, I guess it's almost like they're tolerating the other men. But Dustin is all about it. He wants that to be his homeboy. Like, he wants to be able to have a relationship with him and wants everybody to be okay. Kim has made it very clear to Vincent, like, if you're not on board with this, let me know because I want you, but I want other men. And Vincent already has a child, has already been married. Why is he in this situation? Why does he want to be in this? We can't even call this like a throuple because she's going to be adding more men as we see in the season. She's going to be dating other people. Like, bro, what kind of man? You don't feel like you deserve more? And you said you have a son? So you're going to be raising your son to see you be involved in this situation. Dustin is all too happy to have you as a playmate. Catch that. Dustin seems to me like he likes to watch. Hello? Hello. He seems like he likes to watch. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. That's what it's giving. So they're at the park, or I'm not sure where they are, but Kim is planting flowers, and they're like, we need to have this conversation with Vincent. We need to understand where he's at and if he's going to, come back to us, come back in the family. So we can kind of see where his head is. So Vincent shows up and Dustin is happy to see them, and they're playing the toss game and catching up. And Vincent, he even says that, like, that's his homeboy. And he's trying to figure out how Dustin feels about Kim wanting more men in the picture. So it's almost like they're trying to get him on board with her dating, going on dates, meeting new men, and bringing them in the equation. And Vincent, please trust your inner man. I'm not a man, but I don't know. I asked my husband about this, and he's like, what the hell? Like, bro, this ain't right for you, because I'm not being judgmental. But he obviously is feeling like this ain't it. He does not come across like he really wants to be a part of all of this. Like, he seems like he could tolerate Dustin, but now Kim wants to, date other people. I don't know. It seems like it would get really sticky with him having a child, and I don't remember if they have children. Yeah, they do have children. But then too, we see that I think Kim meets with her brother, because she's pretty much been ostracized from her family. They don't want anything to do with this, and they actually blame Dustin for her turning this way. But they tell us that Kim has been like this long before she met Dustin, and I agree. She got married young, did not get to live her young life and go through her phase, go through her phase. So now, as a married woman, she wants to add all of these men to the equation. Now, how is that going to work out? And Vincent, how is that going to work out for you? Because just like Mike, Eliza's man, you look very uncomfortable and you look like you're not really with it. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and we will be back next week to review this show. All right, we will chat again soon. Bye.